Welcome to the Sam Livecast, and I mean the Sam Livecast. We're here, all of us. Max, right there. Max, say hello.
The Sam Livecast plus friends,
and Lynn. Boom,
What's
there
up?
it is. For everybody that's complained, stop it, because the boys are back, and there's been good reason for all of this, hasn't there?
Has there?
Has there been? There have. Lynn's been working on the. Look, we only have so much bandwidth, to use a term that Lynn would.
Yes.
No, I'm proud of you.
Lynn's been super
Bandwidth.
busy. We were in Mexico, then New York, and it's been a pretty crazy couple months.
And Lynn's been, sorry, I'm just getting some stuff out of here. Lynn's been spending time working on the website, which is about to be.
Well, not just me, Georgie too.
Georgie too.
Georgie's behind the scenes. You hardly see her here, but
no. You know, I mean, you never see her. I'm just saying that your time has been spent. You know, instead of coming here, your time has been spent doing your thing there.
Yeah, doing this.
Right. So what's up, everybody? We good?
Yeah.
Everybody's happy?
Fantastic.
By the way, that website's gonna be totally worth it when we're done.
It's going to be totally worth it.
Yeah.
And how far away do you think we are? Week?
We're actually not that far. I would say that we could technically launch right now, but it wouldn't be, you know,
not everything would be perfect and stuff. I have some writing and changes to do on my side, but whatever. And I will get to those. But just let me say what we're making today. You know, I went through this little, Kelly would call it a jag, like this period of time when I was trying to use up stuff in my fridge. No different today. I'm trying to do the same thing. What the hell is it? I've gone to an extraordinary amount of work and expense to use up celery. I opened the fridge this morning
37 cents of celery.
Yeah, I know, right? And I went and bought a bunch of chicken for it. But I've got this celery, and I thought, I'm not really a celery fan. Are you guys celery fans?
Not really, man.
I mean,
We're just talking about Bloody Marys. That's kind of where they go.
That's kind of where they go, right? But apart from that,
Peanut butter.
so I thought about making those little celery boats with like the cream cheese and my grandmother used to do.
Peanut butter and raisins is what you use. Ants
the
log.
ants and log. No. My grandmother had this hybrid cream cheese thing that would go in here. It was kind of light yellow, and she would put almonds on top of it.
Nice.
And we all liked it. But I didn't, I mean, it's not one of my favorites. I didn't really want to make that today. Am I going to make that dumb thing for her? I don't mean dumb thing. She's passed away a long time ago, so she's not listening to this. I don't want to disrespect it all. I'm just saying that wasn't my thing.
So what are we?
So we're going to make a stir-fry thing. So I have some chicken here. I needed chicken for dinner tonight anyway, so I thought, let's do this. We'll kill two birds with one stone. How do we say that in Mandarin?
Isha Erno.
What?
Nice.
You guys know this?
Yeah. Well, I learned.
I've only been saying that my whole life.
I learned it years ago and have taught the kids, obviously.
The only Chinese guy sitting in the room does not know that.
Sorry, Lynn. Okay, but look. So chicken thighs I purchased. I am a chicken thigh fan. I guess breasts have their place.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, that was just too stupid and too obvious for me to even comment on. But when it comes to like stir frying, definitely I want to use thighs. I just think they're juicier and better.
Yeah.
But you need to do you got to get a little bit of this fat off, because while they are trimmed, you can see this extra fat does not really need to be there. So I cut that. I don't like it. I'm okay with beef fat, like on a ribeye or something. Chicken fat, I'm not really a fan of. So there's definitely a little bit of cleaning up here that has to be done. I could have done this before, but sometimes I like people to see exactly what's going on. And
I think sometimes if you don't often use like chicken thighs, like some people don't. Some people use chicken breast exclusively because they think it's healthier or whatever. But
I think I read an article that said the difference in health savings between chicken breasts and chicken thighs is absolutely minimal.
I'm
We got
sure.
a smoking walk.
Oh, we got a smoking walk.
Oh, jeez.
Minimal. And the benefit, really, in the end, of the thighs, flavor, texture, moisture, the whole thing.
Way. way outweighs that little health difference. Yeah.
Wouldn't you think?
And it's cheaper, right? By a long shot. Right? No.
Thighs?
Thigh versus breast.
I'd have got to think about this. This pack of like 6 thighs that I used, I think was $5, $5.50. So call it $1 a thigh. Breasts, chicken's expensive, and for some reason, whenever I see a chicken farm, there's like 16 million chickens there, and that, in my mind, equates to a lower price. Turns out it's not a lower price at all. Okay, but you notice, look, I do care about you learning when we cook. And you've noticed that my carbon steel flat bottom wok is on the heat. There's nothing in the pan. It's starting to smoke now. I want to get it super hot because when the chicken goes in or when whatever goes in, I want it to sear nicely, get some color, ultimately giving it more flavor. What's interesting is that when you stir fry, you can't do everything at the same time because the vegetables are going to cook different than the chicken. So you do get everything kind of ready, do it in components. This, then they all go back together, and then you sauce if you're going to sauce or whatever. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw the chicken in. I need a little oil. I have a little peanut oil here. You could pretty much use any oil. I won't need to really season yet. Sorry. Very smoky. And now this goes in. And then break it up. Look, you can see it's almost there. Doesn't take long because my pan was so hot. And because I'm using this seasoned carbon steel flat bottom wok, it's almost non-stick. This is one of my favorite things to use. All right. I can now cut up my other stuff. That's just going to need, excuse me while I clean this clean this knife. I can now cut the other stuff. So I'm going to start with the celery. And I'm going to try and make them fairly thin so it cooks faster. And remember, your goal is sort of even cutting so things cook at the same time. If I try to cook pieces like this with a piece like this, clearly they're not going to cook at the same time. And that's not what I want. So everything's all about the same size. And it doesn't matter if the sizes are big or small, just make them the same. That's good. Hold on, Maxine, let me finish this. I'd say another couple seconds there. Take it off, put it in here. This is good. Chicken out. And now that can go back on the heat. And now that's going to get the other stuff that we're going to throw in. So here's what I've got. I've got like a little bit of cabbage from something the other day. I've got the celery. The celery is going to go in first, actually. Let me do that right now because it's like the hardiest thing that I have. Okay. A stir fry, ladies and gentlemen, is just one of the world's easiest things to do to use up whatever the hell you've got. And whether it's leftover chicken, already cooked, leftover steak, the celery that we're using up here, this broccolini that we had the other night.
Oh, nice.
That I love broccolini. Oh my God. I should show you what I've been doing with broccolini because I just can't stop.
It's great on the grill.
That's exactly what I do with it. Nice. I blanch it. I blanch it and then I throw it on the grill.
Wow.
I season it simply. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Sorry, I got lots of smoke happening here. Tiny bit of oil. We don't want to cook those too much. We want to keep those guys pretty crunchy. Broccolini. And this cabbage. It's a pretty green dish today, isn't it?
Yeah.
We need a little onion, so let's use this crazy spring onion. Look at that.
That's neat. It's like a
bulb.
It's like a full-grown onion there.
You're not kidding.
That's a spring onion, you said?
Yeah. Also called a Chinese onion, Lynn?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. They do have those in the Asian supermarket.
Yeah.
And people buy them like crazy.
Right. People do buy them like crazy.
It's kind of like having two onions in one. 'Cause you can use stems like green onions.
Right.
And you can use the bulbs like
Okay, here
regular
we go.
onions.
Sorry, here we go. These guys down. Break them up a bit. You know, when I do events, private events, cooking things and stuff, I'd say I probably do Asian influence stuff 85% of the time.
Wow.
I just really like it. And I tried to explain this to somebody the other day, and I didn't do a very good job, and I'll try and do it again now. Here's my thinking. You go along in your life, and you always cook a certain type of food. And I don't mean Asian food. I mean like Western food. Like people make the lasagnas, and that's not, yes, Westernish. They make lasagna, and they make hamburgers, and they make pizzas, and they make stuff like that, right? And it's good, and everybody likes it. And it's nice, but it's very much sort of the same kind of thing. Okay, so check this out, right where Maxie is. These vegetables now will come out and go in here. I'm going to throw this back on in a second, but I don't want to get it too hot yet for my aromatics, which are onions and the garlic and the ginger. If you've watched this show for any amount of time, you know that Perch sponsors us. ThePerch.com on the internet. Kitchen, bath, outdoor, amazing. Look, it's this simple. You walk into one of their stores, you go, oh, I need a sink. You walk into one of their stores, you're like, oh my God, I've never seen anything like this before. You think I'm making this stuff up because they're a sponsor of the show. Oh no, I'm not making it up. It is the way it happens. You'll be blown away. Go to theperch.com, check them out on Facebook. You'll love them like we love them. It's an amazing store. Amazing store. So you're used to a certain style of cooking. And I'd say here it's going to be Western for most people. When I make Asian stuff, people go crazy. And it's not that my food is so good. It's that it's just a really nice change. So for me to try and encourage people to do this kind of thing, it makes me very happy because it's making a really significant change in their food life. The best example that I can use is this. I'm from Canada, from Vancouver, the English part of Canada, right? When people talk about going to French Canada, Quebec, where Montreal is, I say it's not like going to another country. It's like going to another country after that. You're going to Canada, but you're going to French Canada. So I'm going to try and tie this into the food. So I guess my point is that changing what you do to Asian, adding some Asian influence to your food is like a big change for a lot of people. And I don't know a whole lot of people that do this kind of stuff. So when I have an opportunity to do it in a group and show people what they can pull off with not a lot of work, it makes me very happy.
Yeah. I think that's the other catch too. Some people think that Asian food is extremely complex, and just mainly it's just extremely unknown to them. They just don't know.
I think that's a very good point. Extremely unknown, and I'm trying to make it as user friendly as I can. And I don't think there's anything that I've done here today or I'm about to do that's complicated, right?
No.
It's just using a couple of different things. And so far, the Asianness has only manifested itself in in this, the ginger. Am I right?
Right.
Because everything else is regular supermarket issue. So we've got ginger, we've got the garlic here now, right? So let's see what we've got going. We've got the chicken, we've got the celery, we've got now the broccolini. And I would argue if you're making broccolini or broccoli or something like that, throw a whole bunch extra on because it makes into so many other things. I just had an idea for something. All right. Oh, watch this. Step back, bitch. I mean that in the most loving way.
Whoa.
We'll use one of these guys for a little bit of rice. These little packets, I think we've seen these before. Uh-oh. There you go. 2 minutes. You pop the corner right here. There. 2 minutes in the microwave. Perfect Asian rice. Perfect, steamy, Asian, sort of Japanese style rice. Delicious. But if you don't want to keep those things around, then don't. I mean, for a last minute little, oh, what are we going to have for dinner tonight? Oh, I got a bunch of junk I could use up. I mean, look at the stuff in here that I could use up. Onions, I've got cabbage back there, I've got, now chicken. I've got this leftover chimichurri steak that I made last night. I mean, it might not look all that fantastic right there, though you would agree, cooked perfectly.
I was going to say, nice.
Thank you very
Nice.
much. And it was fantastic. But that I could throw in. You could, anything you want goes into a stir fry, okay?
I see you guys eat a lot of yogurt.
I have a lot of yogurt, yeah. Yeah, I got this a little too hot, actually, for my ginger and garlic. I don't like to burn ginger and garlic. And look at the size of the piece of ginger that I keep.
Nice.
Because I do a lot of this, but we've also been juicing, like, not juicing, but making smoothies in the morning. Frozen fruits, ginger, lemon. It's really good. All right, get this hot again. The rice is finishing. Let me just throw this ginger and garlic in. I'm one of these people that likes to add it somewhere near the end because I think that's where the flavor hangs around sort of the most there. I don't know that everybody agrees with that, but if they don't, I don't care.
No, I totally agree, man.
It's
You
my
add this in
thing.
the beginning, it's totally different.
Right.
Totally different.
Just until you can really smell it. Now all this stuff goes in. I almost don't need to add anything to this. I mean, I could add a little soy. Should I add a little drop of soy?
Yeah.
Back up,
Color.
Nancy. Back up. Back. Watch your cords. Watch your cords. Watch your cords. That's ready. A tiny little splash of sesame oil. Here's the Asian part. Soy, sesame oil, and you have to be really careful because too much of it will take the whole thing and turn it into just one big, giant sesame oil mess. That's it. We're good. Rice is here. Hey, Max, kill that fan, will you? Thank you. All right, so here we go. Give myself just a little bit of rice in here. Like this. Okay, now here's the thing. There's all kinds of stuff that you can eat, but when it comes to healthy, and I'm not trying to promote this as a healthy show, but you can't help but get something like this and go, where's the bad in here? I mean, I suppose the worst thing is probably the rice. But aside from that, vegetables cook quickly, no fat added, relatively lean chicken. I cut the fat off of...
It smells so good.
It smells so good. I cut the fat off of the thighs. You don't need a sauce. I see people at the supermarket buying those thick teriyaki sauces. And yes, they have their place, but I'm telling you, what's going on in this bowl right now is so flavorful. Come here, Max, I'm giving you a bite. I could serve this in a Chinese restaurant and people would be like, oh, that just came out of the back and it's delicious. Blow once more. Blow once more. It's hot. Crazy good, right? Mm-hmm. Nice and simple. Lynn, you're going to have some of this in a minute?
Oh, yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. The boys are back with me.
Yep.
This is delicious. This is what you should be making. And if you made this, you would look like this. I'm only kidding. Oh my
Like
God.
that?
You want to see a funny picture? Here, check this out. Hold on. Oh, you want to do this?
Oh, my gosh.
Turns out, look at this.
Whoa, who's that handsome gentleman over there?
Look at this. I was shooting selfies. Look at this one. This is probably 30 years ago. I was the selfie king.
You know it's a selfie by the arm.
By the arm, right? And you
he
can see
knows-
the shoulder, you can see the shoulder, you can see the shoulder. My brother-in-law, Tony,
Oh, nice.
obviously the same day, I was really into the whole selfie thing here. Me, the ugliest sweater known to
Yeah,
man.
what the hell?
But ready for this one? Boom, look at that, me in Hawaii.
Whoa.
Like the
Right.
shorts?
They're coming back, man.
Oh my, I wish I still had them. I actually wish I still had that stomach.
Wow, you look kind of like Jordan in that picture.
Oh my God. Well, I look a lot like one of my brothers in that picture.
Nice.
Okay, here's the point. The point is make this kind of food. I could eat this every day. Every day. And it's one pan. Okay, and I messed the bowl up in my counter a little bit, but give me a break. Okay, thanks for hanging out with us. Friday. Oh, I'm doing something with the food of my people. I can't wait. Very simple. Very simple. Food of my people, Friday. Thanks for being here. Tell your friends. Nice to have Max and Lynn back in the kitchen with me. See you guys.